Work history, criminal history, 2 questions on a job application that can make or break your chances of getting hired. But sometimes good people made bad choices and they just need to get back on track. Robin checked out a program called Clean Slate that tries to do just that. Robin?
Thanks, Mark. Mark, you know, anybody who's driven down 79th Street west of the Ryan has also checked it out. Maybe you just didn't know what you were looking at, why the streets were so much cleaner. Clean Slate is helping to revive the appearance of that busy strip, but that's not the most important revival going on. Here's a story you'll only see on Fox. It may seem an odd way to start your work day.
For those of you all who don't know me, my name is Carolyn. Hey, Carolyn, motivate me!
But for jump-starting a working life, we're told there's nothing like morning motivations.
One of my fears was communication. I didn't want to communicate because I was afraid of what people might think of me.
If people's biggest fear is speaking in public, then singing in public.
It's got to be worse.
It's got to be a lot worse.
My song is Lily in the Valley. I got a lily, hey, in the valley.
Everybody in the room has to take part, even visiting reporters and corporate executives. From the New York office of Goldman Sachs, Mark Carroll started Clean Slate while on loan from the investment giant, a kind of creative form of corporate charity. And it just so happens on this day, a bigwig from the London headquarters has flown in to check out his project. I mean, he's got to be a 6-figure executive. How can you afford to loan him out for a year?
We don't look at it like that. We look at it as an investment in him and in the community.
He launched Clean Slate this summer. At the crack of dawn each morning, crews head for what some people call the 9. The congested and not always gorgeous commercial district along 79th Street. That was before.
Now, you go anywhere in the city and people are talking about those folks in the safety green shirts cleaning up 79th Street here in Auburn Gresham.
In a neighborhood where the city cannot keep trash cans on corners because they end up stolen and salvaged for the $60 worth of metal, picking up trash is major.
So it's beautiful. It helps the community look great. You know, it's almost like downtown again.
But for Clean Slate, it's almost beside the point.
We're not training them to be trash collectors. What we're really focusing on is teaching them skills that are going to transcend what they're doing on the street.
They're doing a beautiful job.
Customer service, smiling at strangers, being on time. Without those skills, it's hard to land a real job, especially if you have a criminal record.
Girl, I got a record out of this world.
Arrested literally hundreds of times during more than a decade of drug addiction, she came to Clean Slate from a recovery home.
My daughter was taken from me in DCFS 2 years ago, and that's what it took for me to get to where I'm at today.
We transform our lives by helping others transform their lives. Some of the interns are in homeless shelters. Some of them are in recovery home. Some of them are just have everyday life issues to deal with.
I did 2.5 months in Kane County prison system. And when I got out of prison, I could not receive my job back because I was, you can't work for the state and have a felony.
This intern has worked his way up to crew chief, and he's been offered a full-time, permanent job. So far, 6 of the original crew of 10 have gone to work.
I can proudly say that now I am employed at Resurrection Healthcare.
And these are real jobs. These are entry-level positions which...
With benefits.
With benefits.
And I regained custody of my daughter back, and I'm never going to lose her again. And I should be moving into my apartment, my very own apartment, with my daughter back with my name on the lease in 3 weeks.
A clean sweep from the ground up.
Wonderful, yeah, yeah. Some kind of wonderful, yeah.
Now, Billy did move into that apartment with her daughter, but she's not on Clean Slate anymore. She does have full-time employment, a job with benefits and future potential. That's now 7 out of the original 10 interns who've moved up and out. Small numbers, it's true, but the vision is to have Clean Slate crews all over the city, which would give us cleaner streets and certainly give some people an opportunity.
Micro, the macro plan.
Exactly.
Okay, so if the Goldman Sachs guy who comes up with this is on loan, What if Goldman says, come on back, we need you to go to work
He's
again?
got to go back after a year, but he's working with the Cara program, which is a private organization here in Chicago that has always worked with to try to transform people's lives. Their feeling being we're all just one mistake or one piece of bad luck away from being, down and out.
Right.
And the Cara program will continue it and hopefully be able to expand it throughout the city. The mayor loves it because they are recycling ambassadors as well.
Right.
They teach people in the neighborhood about recycling, and it's really sent those numbers up.
It's great.
It is.
He's all about clean streets and trees and
There
everything
you
else,
go.
too. Yeah.